Alright, I'm tearing down the 1978 Yamaha DT100. Almost got the engine off here. I've just, I had it at one point. Once I got this bike, the beginning of, I believe this year, I got it started right away after getting a new ignition coil. So that's why it was parked for, 10, 20 years. Just because the ignition coil, so I had good spark, was running pretty good. Somebody on here noticed kind of how it was running, and you could probably kind of tell from some of the sounds and videos that I posted that it kind of needed some work done on the engine. All the gaskets probably need replaced by now, and probably the rings, I would imagine. That's why I was going from like 80 to 90 to almost 100 psi when I was testing it throughout the last few weeks and today. So I kind of took this top end off and polished it a little bit, lubed up that piston and the rings to try to get them to seat better, and it definitely sounds like it's got good compression. It's just not firing, so gonna go ahead and take it completely apart. So I've got the chain off, the exhaust off, and give me a chance to get it all the way down to the frame and repaint some things, redo some things. So might as well just start taking everything off, everything, even down to the wheels now. So I want to get those wheels cleaned up and painted up. So the start of a long process, I guess. It was inevitable. It was going to come soon. So the only thing I'm missing on this bike is that clutch cover area right there, that sprocket cover. So going to be looking for that. I've got the other cover over here, and it doesn't have a title, so I don't think I'm going to do much else. So stay tuned for the engine rebuild. Alright, engine is now out. Clean up all this mess. I got the battery out of there. Sitting right there. So yeah, I've already taken the handlebars off. I'm just going to take everything else off. Break all the rest of this down. And this bike is going to be in pieces. Winter project. So, got the engine sitting over here. Gonna get some parts for that to get rebuilt. Got the exhaust draining over here. It was full of a lot of black fluid. So it was probably backed up with a lot of fuel and oil. Probably mostly oil. So, get this cleaned up. I've already cleaned that off a little bit, but yeah, that's the pipe that shoves into the other, and it is pretty nasty. Give me a chance to get this all cleaned up. I'm probably gonna gonna break everything down and just throw the frame and wheels and stuff in the SUV and get it power washed. So I kind of like the orange frame still. To be continued, grass eater. Alright, got a fresh new oil change. Got the engine here of the Yamaha DT100 in the bedroom. I soaked these and polished them with like WD-40 and then kind of tried to remove this rust. I'm trying to get this to focus. And as you can see there, that one is horrible. Still, this one cleaned up pretty good. You can even see the threads. You can even hardly see the threads on that. So would you, try to put some vice grips on those, clamp down, and remove those now while I can, if I can? What would you recommend? And then also, yes, that feels pretty much as bad as it looks. Like I could polish these up a little bit. Let's see at the ring. See, I haven't looked. I mean, that's a huge gap. I'd have to take that off to look, but to be honest, they look like newer rings, in my opinion, but again, this is my first crack at this engine. So yeah, break it down really quickly. Oh, and then here's the points cleaned up, and there, and they cleaned up really good. I've had no problem with this bike since I got it for $200. It wasn't running. I got ordered off Amazon like a $15 ignition coil to start with, and boom, I had spark. Ran it for a while. It would get to the point where it would kind of foul out some spark plugs. I messed with tuning the carburetor. I messed with, how much mix, 30, 32 or 40 to 1. Because obviously, it doesn't have the oil thing, the oil tank. And so yeah, I kept fouling out spark plugs, and then I finally got it to just start every day consistently, and then all of a sudden it just wouldn't start. So I put a compression tester on it and was only getting 80 one day. Kind of lubed up the piston rings and piston, so I hadn't rode it in a while. I got like 100 and something and got it to start. Ran it that day, then it's back to like 80 something compression. Hasn't been starting. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, again, it's, not the greatest condition. So it was like $115 or so on Amazon again, or some, I could go a different website. I just like how everything's saved. I've got for $17, I've got the new engine gasket kit coming with all the new gaskets. So then for like $117, $120, I'm probably just going to go ahead now and get the rings and piston replacement. Or what do you guys think? Just run it till it doesn't run at all? Or is that what's causing me to not have compression hardly at all? Okay, so I forgot. It was right at the 97cc mark there on the top case that's in the bathroom soaking. And it's the gasket was kind of blown out, and only half the gasket was there in this bottom gasket. So that is going to create a big air leak. So I'd like to put a new gasket on the gasket kit and just try that. Is that what you guys would recommend? I mean, I'm not broke, but I don't want to put more money into this. I got the bike for $200. It doesn't have a title. It's all dirt biked out, new front fender, no headlight and stuff like that. I've put a headlight and taillight and stuff on it now, but so it's not going to be like something street legal on the road. Would you put on $120 into it, or would you try to get this thing running? Let me know what you think. Thanks. All right, guys. Oil change done. Got it in the bedroom here to kind of finish everything up. As you can see, these studs are just in some bad shape. I mean, you can't hardly... This one cleaned up good. I soaked them all in WD-40. You can even see the threads there at the bottom of this one over here. But this one, pretty bad. Oh, sorry. Also then in the background, as you can see, that does pretty much feel as bad as it looks. The piston rings, I mean, it's a huge gap. I'd have to take them off. They look pretty worn, but fairly new. But yeah, I think I'm just going to have to get a new piston and rings ordered. Then I'm also going to get those studs replaced. So, yeah, stay tuned in a few days, I guess. I was hoping to just get this running. I might try to just throw the top on there once I get the... So what was happening right above that marking, it'll say 97cc, like right here on that case. Right below that, it kept kind of bubbling and spitting out some oil since I got it. So I know the gasket wasn't hardly there or, broken at some point. It actually, there was only like half of the gasket there. So that would create a huge air leak. and probably be most of the issue. Not probably, not all of it, considering, that's pretty bad shape, but I'm going to see if that runs, actually. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll see if we can get it running later today. I've still got to clean out the exhaust. That wasn't helping also. There's something blocking the exhaust a little bit, so I'm going to get that cleared out, and then the rest of the frame power washed in town. So stay tuned for that. Brought the frame of the Yamaha DT100 to the car wash to just power wash it. Look how clean that is now. There's all kinds of different fittings and still pretty nasty. I just went ahead and sprayed it all down and cleaned out the exhaust as well, and got the engine at home almost ready. Just waiting on a gasket kit that should be here tomorrow. Look at that. Still, I wish I would hit that side a little harder. I'll go ahead and spray it with some WD-40 and wipe the rest of it down. And I don't think I'm going to paint it at all. I think I'm going to keep it just like that. All cruddy and weird looking. Alright. I sat back on this and I decided, well, first of all, I hate this seat, but it's not ruined yet, so until it gets a hole in it or slash in it, I don't really see a reason to replace that. But I would like a factory Yamaha seat. That would be cool. So the handlebars here, stock, are very, very, very long and flat. So like your hands are very wide and kind of hunched over a little bit more, where I want to get more to this point. So I've decided to use these actual handlebars on my electric dirt bike. Get that switched over onto this. I'll probably paint them black, and then order handlebars, because I was like, well, I want different handlebars, so let's order some. But why order some for like a 50-year-old bike? Why not order something for, something newer? Yeah, that's like in the 80s frame wise, but newer technology wise and newer built. So I'm gonna use, like, I don't know what some good bars are out there, but I'm gonna look up some good dirt bike handlebars and order those for that. And yeah, finish this up. I need a gasket. That's pretty nasty, pretty junk. So I need an exhaust gasket. Need to order that. So that's another thing. Everything cleaned up pretty well. As you can see here, the exhaust cleaned up. And then inside, everything else cleaned up. Oh, this is top. Look how nice I polished that up a little bit. Sprayed it down with some WD-40 right there so it's not getting rusted out in the wind. Oh, hey there, bud. He just chills on the chair like that. Cracks me up. Oh, moved everything in here. Alright, so engine cleaned up. I'm sure that's not going to do much, but keep some dust and stuff off of it. So I've got gaskets coming tomorrow. Yeah, I do have like this main gasket here. That'll eventually change. I'm only going to change what I have out. This is not a full rebuild, obviously, because I'm using that piston till it cracks in half, obviously. So I wouldn't say hopefully I do all this work and it doesn't run. If it still has low compression, yeah, I'll just order that piston. No big deal. Now all of this is cleaned up, ready to go. Just pop the top end off when it's on the bike still, and I'm good to go. All I got to do is take off the exhaust and all that, which isn't going to be as bad this time because it's not as nasty and dirty. So side covers and everything cleaned up. So I've got the cylinder head. I think it's the only thing left. It's soaked in WD-40 and cleaned up very well. And I think I'm going to be able to save that. That was super rusty earlier too. I'm going to take these. This fits perfectly in there. And get the sides cleaned up. And yes, again, that'll all clean up. Who cares? I don't like to sit there and bathe in luxury or anything. I'll take a bubble bath and clean it as I go. Again, you could make fun of me and call me a dirtball. I'm airing everything out too today. So it's actually almost a 60-degree day here in Ohio. So I guess I should have just done this outside, but I have been mostly outside. As you can see there, loaded everything up off camera into the truck, offloaded it frame-wise and exhaust, and cleaned all of that. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. This is where I end. It's going to be part 1, and then part 2, I'll just show everything reassembled because it would be a super long video if not. So stay tuned. This is Tuesday, November 12th or something like that. I don't know what. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I get the gaskets. So hopefully by Friday or Saturday, over the weekend, I could be riding this and I'll show you guys a video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not. Peace. Have a great day. All right, guys, it's Wednesday and got the gaskets in. I am not going to do, I think there's 3 of them that I won't be dealing with. Well, I've already changed the oil and put a gasket in, so I don't need the oil plug gasket. I'm not going to be doing this big main gasket yet. I'll be replacing that gasket. Oh, it does. It comes with the exhaust gasket. I just ordered one. Well, at least I've already got it. That's cool that I've got it. I didn't know that comes with that exhaust gasket in there. So I'm going to first start with getting this back in better condition here. Making sure nothing really rusted. There's the top cylinder head there. Yeah, let's get this going. Stay tuned. All right. Got some new hardware. Everything else was really stripped out. Like I either have shown you in video or just decided to skip through. At this point, got a lot of video of this. I want to show a lot of people, if they haven't seen this before, or just kind of what I'm doing as I'm going. It's not the easiest, as some of you know, to like show first-person stuff as you're going. I'll try to set it up here. So let's. So I'll start with this gasket on this side. Some new hardware. So let's see here. Even just line everything up. It'll be going that way. Just blowing that out a little bit. Probably kind of tedious at this point, but as you can see here, I got a cat sitting to my right, 2 dogs sitting there. Probably doesn't hurt to do that. Alright, let's get this gasket on. That's a completely different. Let's see how far these new ones go. Oh yeah, that should go plenty. Deep into the case. Hey, stop, dude. God, always something with you. Leave her alone. I don't know if you could see that. I'm trying. Stop. He's just like his brother. He's really protective once we get in here of the cats getting anywhere close to me. It's weird. All right, those are considerably longer, so I'm going to go slowly. We'll see how far these go in until they don't. Yeah, that's... All right, these aren't going to work. As you can see there. All right. We'll keep that like that. Let's see if we can't get... see if we can't get these in. All right. Let's try this gasket. Oh, I don't even have that gasket out yet. That was in a separate bag. And even though it's not in working condition and everything, I'm still going to use it. I'm not sure about this square one yet. I really am not sure about that square one. And this one obviously is going to be going, which you guys can't see. This one is going to be going to the oiler system there, but I don't use that. And I believe that is for the drain plug. And I've already got one on there, so I will use that next time. Let's line this guy up. All right, let's see if does it fit better? It looks like it fits better the other way, but it does not. All right, so yeah, this one definitely has to be with the pictures or wording or anything that's on it there facing towards you. Just don't think these are going to work. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. At least this side's on. New gasket over here. And I'll have the other gaskets when I get to it. That is poking out quite a bit. Very odd looking. I guess, oh well. Alright, let's get this main one. Alright, I am still going to clean it up a little bit, so I'll be back with you. Alright, couldn't get a good angle, so I'm sorry I didn't show you really, but pretty simple. Just press in on those two rings and slide that piston through. Grab a trusty little rubber hammer to help you out a little bit. And she's on there. So, got a brand new base gasket down there. Exactly, this is over here where it says 97cc, and I couldn't even see that. What is it, 1T900 or is it an IT100? Couldn't even see that. There was oil bubbling out from right there ever since I've had this. So, all right, let's get the clutch lever on over here. Let's get this fitted right with the right hardware. Figure out my wiring situation again. I've got a key for this bike. I could do all kinds of fun stuff with this bike now. So stay tuned. Get this thing buttoned up. Oh, also, yeah, soaking in there. I got the carb cleaned out. There's gunk in the handlebars and all that, causing the throttle to kind of be a little sticky and a little iffy. So I have drilled or kind of polished that up. Not sure if this goes with the lip out or maybe with that lip in. Not really sure about that gasket. Everything else has been self-explanatory. The exhaust gasket, I'm glad I've got it, but I did order one for like, so the whole entire gasket kit was like $16.99, free shipping. I ordered one of these for like $7.99. I didn't know that came in it. Well, the oil displacement like tank thing, oil ring or oil plug ring, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe exhaust wise. So, yeah, not quite sure on that. I'll have to look a few of those up. I'll probably look this up just to check which way that, I mean, there's hardly an indentation, but it obviously indents out and then in. So I need to know if it's where the innie and the outie goes. So I would imagine, well, hold on. So let's put this on here. Creates a little bit of a ridge, whereas this wooden, I don't know. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Alright, stay tuned. Let's get this thing running today. Alright guys, finally time. We're back outside. It's been a long process, but got this pretty little thing all cleaned up. Yes, I used a bunch of washers on a few of those because I don't want to go back to the freaking hardware store and get more. So, crappy old piston and rings back in there. Sounds like it's a decent compression. Let's get those bolts on. They're soaking over there in WD-40. They were a little rusty, along with the chain. So chain and everything under there. The rest of the bike here, I still want to clean that up a little bit. And yeah, get the exhaust back on it. Mount the motor obviously first. And take it for a little rip. Alright, let's go. Alright, got everything on besides the exhaust, the air intake, maybe a few other small things, obviously the handlebars and stuff. But, it's popping off, it is running. It is really, for right now, it's only running off of a choke. So I'll have to take a look at the carb and figure that out, but you better plug your ears. Keep scooting away. Almost. Without choke. Definitely gonna have to replace that piston. Wish I was recording earlier when it ran a little longer. But, you know, you'll have that. Alright, so, yes, I definitely need a new piston and rings for it to run consistently. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll get this ordered.